Hey there, thanks for ordering Coava Coffee Roasters Kilenso. We're going to be trying something out new today, so we're going to be showing you the full pour-over brew guide for this coffee. Please let us know if you have any questions or feedback. You can leave that in the comments below, you can text us back at the number, or you can email us.
All right, so we're gonna brew through this Ethiopia Kilenso from Coava. It's a natural Ethiopia, and it's tasting surprisingly clean, smooth, really like honeydew, just like round, super great lavender on the end. First thing we're gonna wanna do is Prewet our filter, get it to sit down into our Stagg X dripper, also taking away some of that papery taste that could linger if we were to just put a dry dose of coffee into the dry filter. You don't want papery taste in your final product, your final cup of coffee. Maybe you do, but it's usually not preferable. Also, this serves the purpose of pre-warming the dripper and also the vessel that the coffee is going to go into. Coffee doesn't like rapid changes in temperature unless it's purposeful, such as when you're making flash iced coffee. That kind of temperature change can produce sweet results, whereas a not pre-warmed vessel can just produce blasé. Once everything drips through, make sure to remember to dump the excess water out before you start brewing. We're going to take our Ethiopia Kilenso that was ground on a 3 setting on Ode, and it's 22 grams that we're going to put in. 350 grams of water are going to come out, roughly a 16:1 ratio. Pretty standard. Figured I could push to that 3 grind, slightly on the finer end of the spectrum with Ode, but not too fine. Wanted to push a little bit out of this natural, but didn't want to overpower it because it is so sweet. You'll notice that I shook the dripper as well for that flat, even bed of grounds. You want a flat, even bed of a dry dose just so you're not pouring through mountains in some places and valleys in others, causing uneven extraction. Let's get started. To start our timer, we're going to move through even concentric circles inside and out, soaking all beans evenly, roughly 2 times the amount of water as your dry dose of coffee. So my amount of coffee was 22 grams. I wanted 44 grams of water. I hit 44.9. We're going to watch it kind of bubble up, outgas, release its gases, and bloom. And as you notice, it starts to slowly dry out and stop releasing gases as quickly. That's when you're going to want to break your bloom. So we're at about 38, 39 seconds. Moving through concentric circles, kind of like if you can imagine what a snail shell looks like. In and out. I was aiming for 150. I over poured a little bit, 153. Again, not too sad about it, but you want to keep that tightened up. So I'm going to go from 150 to 250. Again, pouring in even concentric circles, getting all the way out to the ridges in my Stagg X dripper filter. One thing to notice as well is when you're pouring, you want to go in even concentric circles on a flat plane. You don't want to go like this on an uneven plane, because then you're pouring from higher or lower depending on where you're at in your pour. You want to go on an even level plane. Speaking of, we're going to go for our last pour of our 4-stage pour. This is going to go from 250 to 350, which is 12 ounces of coffee. So here we go. On a flat plane, not moving up and down. Getting all the way out to the edge. So with Stagg X dripper, you want to get all the way out into the ridges because coffee will kind of collect in there. And also channeling is not an issue. We have really high and like steep walls on the Stagg X dripper, and also the ridge filter makes it really hard for water to take the path of least resistance and just run down the sides like it can in V60 or it can in Bon Mac. Which are drippers that you don't want to go all the way up to the edge with. At the end, you want to see a flat and even bed of grounds like you started out with. That'll prove to you that you didn't concentrate too hard in one area. Pretty even. I see one valley there that I could have improved upon, but overall, pretty even. And we came out right around 3 minutes, just shy of 3 minutes. Pretty good total brew time. And that's it. Let's taste some coffee, shall we? Long pour. Not necessary for aeration, but really fun. Cheers.
Since you've stuck around to the end of the video, I want to show you this. That's right. This is Halloween. This is fun. We'll text you in the next few weeks. Thanks for spending the time to watch a video. My name is Brian again, and I'll see you soon.